Hi Costello. Once again, I'm speaking a little bit quieter because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I just finished the other part, Wednesday the 6th. This is second part out of the third one. And as you can tell, this one is gonna, because the other fixture was shifted to 1.9 to accommodate the bigger parts, the longer material. You want this one? So for this one, we had the different XY0 just shifted 1.9. So this one is for the shorter material. I just wanted to, just clarify that to make it easy for you. So it's 1.9 between the two fixtures. Okay, 1.9. Anyway, for you, you don't have to worry about it because you always have only one XY0 on the center of the machine. So that's for me right there. Okay, so this part says the same just like the other one, so you might have to watch the other video first. I explained in the video one about the dovetail, how I make that and all that kind of cool stuff. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one because it's the same as the other one. The only thing was kind of hard. It's gonna be hard for you, not for me, because for me just to reach this hole and center drill and drill this hole, if you look from the top, it's very close to this wall right here, so you don't have more than ½ inch. So I mean, you're pretty tight. The distance from here to here is 293, so about ½ inch. So when I come in and do this over here, I come with a long extension, so I know it's gonna be kind of hard for you to so those are the tools that I've added, because on the first part they have only 20 tools, but on this one I have to make some longer tools, so 21, 22. So you have pictures over here at the end. So this one, it's longer. It's similar to another tool that you have in there, but just longer holder. So I've added this one, 23. So for example, this one, you see, it's kind of hard for you to come with a tap with this extension, so I know it's going to be kind of tough for you. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I've added some longer tools. Now, since this is a tight area and I'm coming from the top, it's going to become tough to come in here to clean this up. So what happened is I kind of tricked it with a lollipop that I have, and I come this end and the lollipop comes in clean underneath over here, so I was able to get around it. Alright, so let me go turn this on. Once again, if you don't like this strategy, if it takes too long, we can get rid of it and then do another operation. But I just did it right now, just one operation. So as you can tell, this tool, if you guys respect the extension and everything I explained in the other video, it shouldn't hit. And because it's a close angle, the only way I can get in here, it's with this crazy lollipop. So I'm able to do this. I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so this surface and this surface I do with this tool. You know what I mean? And then this one I can do it with the open, regular, regular ½ inch, because this is open, but the closed one I did it with the lollipop. The bottom the same way with a crazy tool with the lollipop, so I was able to reach everything. So the part at the very end is gonna look something like this. So I know it's kind of scary right here, but the way I've approached this, it should be okay. So it shouldn't collapse. And this right here, I didn't want to make it tooling tabs, but this right here is 10,000 thick. So I left it very thin for you. Alright, so it shouldn't be, see it's very thin, it's 10,000 right there. So it shouldn't be too much for deburring. Alright, so same thing with this one, it's gonna be 10,000 and everything else. I try to I'll try to do everything so it will be easier for you guys over there. Also, the model, I designed this, I put a plug in here, but the model has a hole through, but on the PDF it doesn't say through hole, so I'm not sure about this. So I followed the same description you gave me, you know, on that text, you know, 300. So I read the model over here because their holes over here, they didn't have any chamfer, so I made another model. This is my model with the countersink. Okay, so this is their model, see? Oh, actually, yeah, so on their model, this hole goes through, and this hole right here, but it doesn't have a chamfer, and so I create my own model. Let me change the color so you'll be able to see the difference. So see, I put the chamfer in there, and I didn't go all the way through. So I'm not sure about this one, so just tell me if I messed up on this, if I should have gone through. Okay, so I just follow. It doesn't go through, okay? Okay, so let me show you the VeriCut now. I already ran the VeriCut, I went through it and it looks pretty clean. Oops, let me go a little bit slower so I can show you how it goes around the failsafe. So first it goes around the failsafe just to make sure everything was good, every single tool. And this one, you know, this is a way to, you know, just make sure the XY0 is correct, the tool is correct, and this is eliminate a lot of crashes. So please, I know it's gonna take a little bit of a time, but it's gonna save us in the long run, because believe it or not, a lot of parts got scrapped in my experience because sometimes the operator's error, the programmer's error, but this is where it catch it right there. That pin again is 3-inch long, and I did give you a program for it. Also, this right here, I didn't want to go insane. I could have put, you know, like a 2-inch rougher and just really kill it, but since we have the small dovetail on the bottom, we're going so high speed, we're not gonna save too much time if I go with a big surface cubic inches from the 2-inch insert. So that's why I just left a 3/4, because it goes super fast and it doesn't put too much pressure on the machine. So as you can tell with this tool, because I have a small holder, I'm able to go deep in the pockets without, I explained in the other video, without going a super long end mill. So you see this tower, this pyramid right here, is because this is a taper away from the part, because the holder otherwise is gonna hit right there. So now I come on the side and take care of it. See how much it was, that pyramid, that taper. So this is a quick way to remove the material. Also, this right here, let me know if it gives you any vibration. This piece on top, I can create through the center, I can create a wall, a stiffener, if it creates a vibration, and I can remove the stiffener at the very end. I didn't put it right now, so if it looks good, just run it, but if it's gonna give you trouble of a lot of vibration, this upper pocket right here, It's very easy for me to create a stiffener and then just stay away from it, and at the very end I just come and just remove it. So right now the reason I didn't do that, just to give you a nice and clean toolpath, because if I leave that in there, you know, it's gonna be some mismatches and that kind of stuff. So, and also as you see in here, I'm not very aggressive. I take this in the very light levels, even though it's a 3/4 end mill. Also, as you can tell with this purple, I'm trying to do as much as I can with the side of the end mill to eliminate coloring. So you notice this side of the end mill, side of the end mill. So I try to stay away from coloring as much as possible, even though it's in an angle. So the only coloring you're gonna have is just the little light blue right here. This is the back of it, this is the front of it. So very little coloring. Because I know coloring just takes time, and that's when you lose money. And also, as you can notice, I'm not coloring this pocket right here because there's gonna be a cutout. So I didn't waste time coloring that because I'm gonna remove it later on anyway. Then you see over here coloring, and also I don't go straight to finish. I take it down in layers, like a couple semi-finishes. So to be very light on the tool, and that way you can go super fast, high speed feed. And now I go this pencil tool work, and you see how nice it cleans the radiuses, the leftovers. I might have done some overkill on the pencil work. You can delete certain operations if you don't like it, because I just want to make the part perfect and less for deburring people. Also, again, I did all the drilling at the very end. I did the drilling at the very end, so all the holes just gotta match up. This is the lollipop tool. I was gonna go do that crazy stuff I told you about. You're gonna see it at some point. This lollipop goes through the center of the part right there, and the reason I did that is not finishing. It's some kind of a prep entry, because when it does this operation, the tool moves up, it hits a little bit with the shank, and I was getting collisions. So I made a little patch so you don't have any collisions whatsoever with the shank, because if the shank touches, boom, I was gonna break the tool. So at this moment, it's not touching anywhere with the shank. So I try to make sure there's no collisions and no touching, because it's a very sensitive tool. Okay, let me slow this down a little bit. So I'm doing this pocket and this pocket while it's all solid. Alright, let's go a little bit quicker. Okay, now I was doing this side to a certain level. Okay, so another part is still solid in there, right? You see that? Now I'm doing the back side. Okay, now I'll go the 1/2 inch. I colored those pads. So now I made some room. That's why I want to do, so we can color the pads and go around with that lollipop end mill. So let's speed this puppy up a little bit. Now this tool's gonna go. I just crank it up a little bit, so I don't want to make this video way too long. And as you can tell, my strategy is I always start with the most complicated part, which is the -9. This is the second complicated, -7. and the last one is gonna be -5. So hopefully I shouldn't create any new tools. So total we end up with 28 tools. This operation sounds like it takes a lot. Is just because it's not. It's because the tolerance is very tight, and that's why it's reading is slow. So you can see the lines over here moving up super slow. Sorry for the long video, but you can skip through it if you want, but this way I can give you a full review. You know what's going on, you got a peace of mind. You can see every single tool doesn't hit anything. Okay, here's the other one, 1/2 inch. So this is 1/2 inch that goes in there. And the only reason I did this is just to remove some extra scallops, just to be a little bit cleaner. So I did this one, then I did some cleaning over there. So as you can tell, the part is still solid right now, right? You know, and then I come from this side right here and just remove this a little bit at a time with a 3/4. So it's removing this very slowly, so the part right now it still should be solid. It shouldn't have any vibrations. So slowly I get myself in there. You can see it right there. And this right here, it's kind of like a triangle right here, this section. So this is when I'm coming down and I leave you 10,000 wall, so it'll be easy for the burning guys to remove it. So I didn't want to make it only tabs to make it way too skinny, so you have a little support right here and right there. So this is 10,000. It shouldn't be too much to remove. So this is how the part looks. This is some pieces that will fall off. It is right here. So as you can tell, the only coloring you have, it's only half of this right here. That's it. This is the only coloring you have. I try to do everything with the tip of the tool, so coming on the side, that kind of stuff, with the side of the end mill. So coloring, just very little this section, and then this section right here, coloring. Everything else you can see I did with the side of the end mill, and I have to color this because I cannot come from the top, since there is no room for the end mill. I have to come with a super long end mill, and I cannot get in there. It's gonna look way too weird. So I did this with the side of the end mill, see the purple right here, but this I color all the way until same on the other side. Okay, so now let's do analysis. Analysis is my critical thing that I do. This is what I check. So blue means leftover and red is gouge. So there's no gouges. You see a little bit of blue right there, a little bit of excess right there. This is for the lollipop went. So this should be okay. This right here shows excess because when I drilled this, like I said earlier, I didn't go through. So this, you gotta look into it, if it needs to go through or not. There's a question mark right there for me. Alright, so other than that, there's no excess. This might be from the CGR, from the resolution. there's no gouges, and the product's pretty clean. So I'll run it, let me know if you need any changes, but right now, so far it looks pretty good. Thank you for watching, God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video for the Dash 5. Thank you and have a blessed night. Bye.